What's up, guys? This is Rage Quit. Guess what we're going to be talking about for number 300, video 300. I'm kidding, it's not 300. I'm a little late on this. The only reason why I've been waiting about 3 videos, maybe 4 videos, is because I didn't notice that I was already on 300. I thought I had about at least a good 4 more videos beforehand. So, I noticed that I did a part 1 on my paranormal activity history, and it's been getting a lot worse. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and just listen carefully, because this is about to get spooky. Hold on a second. So, if you look behind me, hold on, you can see a white thing like right there. So, I will get to that. I want you to listen carefully and figure out something that goes on with this. I wanted to do a video on what goes on between when my girlfriend is here or not. So the differences between when John's here and when my girlfriend is here. Because when my girlfriend is here, things get really weird. Like, my body starts to act as a child, like a full-out child, and I don't remember anything, and I don't recall anything that goes on. So, here's how it all started. I grew up with my friend Cora, and she had a huge history on what the hell goes on in her past childhood, and when that happened, her emotions got to her, and it really brought out her depression. So, what I'm thinking is, because when Grace, which is a child that me and my girlfriend takes care of on a daily basis, it's not an ordinary child. It's an actual ghost. It's actually paranormal activity. And that's what controls me. But the thing is, I'm going to talk about how this happened. There's about 5 different things that consider me to believe that this was real. One of these things probably does not belong, but it actually makes complete sense at the same time. So the thing behind me, the thing over here, right there, I'm pointing at it right there, the white thing, I'm going to talk about that one last, because that was the most common and most recent one that this happened to be. So, when I first met Cora for the second time, because it was about a few years span that I was separated from her due to school. When she went to school, she went through so much issues to where she would go through a mental breakdown. So I'm feeling like, because Grace says that she was created by Cora, I feel like, because Grace has so much mental personalities that I can't even say all of them, because they're so personal to specifically Grace. And she would completely kill me if I did that. But she goes through so many things. And then there's Cora. Cora is different than what I used to see her as when she was a child. And I feel like all of those issues and memories and stuff like that was created to create grace. Because if you put your mind to something and you don't give up, you can create something that nobody else probably could make. Like, you could create your own person by just using your mind. You might not be able to make the actual body of it, but you can create the soul. It's a true fact. It's a true fact. It's just like making a, what is it called? Imaginary friend. You can make an imaginary friend very easily. But if you think of it so much, it could become its own person. Not like this, and you guys, you can be able to make a soul of an imaginary friend become real. And that's what I'm thinking it was. She was trying to create a child version of herself, and it became its own thing. Due to all the memories, all the personalities, and everything that she could ever create into putting it into one imaginary friend. And because of all of that human perspectives and personalities, or personals, it actually became a thing. Because in order to make a soul, all you need is memories, a personality, and just to make the actual person itself. You don't need a brain, you don't need a body, you don't need anything. Because technically, a ghost doesn't consist of a brain or a body. It's only created by a personality and some memories. Because once it's dead, the ghost comes out of the body and goes to heaven or hell, depending on how life goes. I believe in that kind of stuff, so don't judge me if I think of this as that kind of way. Because a lot of people don't believe in the afterlife. But technically, it's all legit facts. Because think about all of these different haunted houses that are true. People dying randomly for no apparent reason. Not saying like you're old and you die. I'm just saying like somebody like me doesn't have cancer, doesn't have anything like that, but just somebody that died and wanted to take revenge, and you end up dead. It makes sense. But the thing is, Grace isn't an actual ghost herself. She is a ghost because she might have made it so that all of those things that she went through in the past went, and she wanted to get rid of them easily, so she threw them all into a different version of herself and put it all into Grace, and Grace became a thing. I don't know. So, ever since then, I ran into Grace by myself, and she started controlling me, and I didn't know about it until my ex-girlfriend. Damn. Let me rephrase that again. My ex-girlfriend. And that's who I was talking to beforehand. Like, before I even started the video. She ran into Grace controlling me, saying, "Hi, my name is Grace." And blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to get into details because it's too much. But my ex-girlfriend knew about Grace before I even knew about Grace. And then my friend John ran into Grace as well, which is the guy in the background all the time. And my friend Greg. before I met Cora for the second time. 1 year later, Cora came across me again. She doesn't remember me or anything, but because I looked way different compared to when I last saw her. She was like, I know somebody that you might like. Her name is Grace. I was confused because she knew about Grace before Grace even controlled me to interact with her. And I'm like, okay. And Grace kind of acted similar to Cora when I first met Cora again on the bus. So I'm like, okay. I'm a little confused. And then I'm like, okay, I need to figure this out. So it went from October to about December of 2016 that I tried figuring out how is this possible, because my voice changed to a kind of like a little, I don't want to say it as if it's weird, but half the time, or actually all the time, when Grace, or my version of Grace, which is, her name is Ashley, and she's supposed to be a kind of like a mini me, but as a little girl, because I'm trying to make that as an actual thing and not just out of my perspective. So I created Ashley to communicate with Grace so that I could figure some stuff out. And it took me about 4 months to figure out how to make that happen. So when that happened, I finally got the answers to what the heck happened. I found out that Grace was created to get rid of things out of Cora's mind. And so that, because Cora had a really rough childhood with abuse and stuff like that. So she was trying to get rid of all those memories and stuff, and it accidentally became Grace. This is all sounding fictional, but it's actually true. I want to show you guys what it is, but I don't want to make a random freaking video to just prove that it's true or not. But when it comes to all of these different things that I realized aren't true and what are true, I don't know. So I'm not going to explain all 5 details about Grace, but all I know is that once she controls me, I can see what goes on, but I can't control what comes out of my mouth. Like, once she's inside of me, once she controls me, my actions change. My voice changes to a little girl, not fully, just enough to where it shows that she's actually controlling me. I'm not good at acting. I'm really not. But it's actually quite funny when she's trying to interact with Cora. and yeah, it's just really weird. Trust me, Cora is not my girlfriend. I swear. I'm dead on honest. My girlfriend is not going very well with me right now. But either way. But yeah, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but normally the first thing that Cora realizes once Grace is active inside of me is the one noise that a child would make, which is like it comes from right here and it makes a noise. I don't know how to elaborate it. It's like or something like that. I don't know. But alright, now I'm going to explain that jacket in the background. There we go. So it literally is a child's jacket. This thing was soaked when I picked this up. So I went down over towards where I normally get my Pokemon cards. Now they sold out and they won't restock. But it's down at the plaza. I saw this laying in the grass next to a tree after falling out of a tree. I'm not kidding. This was so heavy. It was so heavy. I'm not kidding. And look. It's super small. And I'm not kidding about this either. Hold on. See? Small. Right here. Small. But it's literally a child's jacket. Technically, in my town, you are not allowed to leave your parents' sight if you are a child. You can't just walk out of your house at the age of 5 and walk down to the plaza. Doesn't matter if you're next door to the plaza, because there are houses on one side of the plaza, and you can just walk across the street and you're there. You just can't do it. It's not physically possible without getting caught by the cops, and you don't get handcuffed, but you do get put into the cop car, and you have to sit in the cop car until your parent comes and gets you out of the car. So technically, I feel like, because due to the rules of you can't leave your house without parent supervision until at least 10. This is like a 5-year-old jacket or a sweater. It may not look it from the video, but I can literally fit this on the screen. So that tells you that this is a 5-year-old jacket. Like, not 5 years old, but the person has to be 5 years old to fit into it. Unless you're a person that's really freaking small, but nobody in my town that lives here actually is that small. I just don't get why this is a thing. But literally. So this thing was in the rain one night. Actually, not one night. It was like around 3 o'clock. I went over to the plaza and it was downpouring. I'm trying to remember the story. It was like last Monday, I think it was. I'm not sure. But I remember some of it. I was really aggravated at, I think it was Rite Aid. It was either Rite Aid or Family Dollar. And I went back there and I saw the jacket. I'm freaking tired. I was coughing and sneezing all night, and I just didn't get enough rest. But I'm like, you know what? I need something to cheer me up. And for some reason, out of nowhere, I hear a and for some reason I look up and I see I turn around and guess what was there? This jacket like this. It was literally like this. It was all curled up into a ball, soaking wet. Like, just think about putting all your clothes into the washer and you wash them and you don't dry them yet. But 10 times worse. This thing was freaking heavy. I wasn't able to hold it like this. I actually had to hold it like this. That's how heavy it was. That's how badly it was raining. And that tells you that even if the child was alone, the parent wouldn't even allow the child to go outside in downpouring rain, including being all the way in the plaza by themselves in the downpouring rain. And also, if the parent was with the child in a stroller or something like that, because sometimes parents allow the child at 5 years old to go into a stroller if it's struggling with walking at the time and they're still working on it. Or even if it's just walking by itself, the child would accidentally drop the sweater after holding it like this or something. The child would accidentally drop it and not realize, because children are sometimes a little bit dumb. No offense to children, I love them to death. But sometimes they could be so stupid that they don't realize that they dropped it, and it'll make a noise. Alright, noise onto the ground. The parent will notice it and then pick it up. And sometimes the parent wouldn't want the child to be behind them, it would be in front of them. So even if the child dropped it, they would still notice it in front of them to pick it up. So, I'm thinking, this is a question for you guys. I swear to you not. You don't have to answer this question. But to anybody who wants to take the initiative of answering this question, do you think that jacket was Grace's jacket? Literally, do you think that jacket right there, this jacket right here, this jacket right here is Grace's jacket, and she just left it sitting there in the rain? Because scientists believe that in the rain, the fog, and in the dark, ghosts end up coming out more recently or more commonly in those scenarios. So I feel like this could be her jacket, and I was just lucky enough to find it. I don't know. I just don't know. Because she won't answer my question at all. She won't even answer the fact that I want to know if it's her jacket. So I want to see if you guys think that. I don't think I have any more stuff to bring up. Oh. Also, a little while ago, probably a good year and a half ago, I ran into in the same spot, literally in the same spot as I found that jacket, I found a baby glove. It was about this big. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. My father accidentally threw it out, but I found a baby glove in the same spot. Trust me, if I was lying to you guys, I would be laughing. Because I laugh at Greg and John when I lie to them. And I would never, ever lie on air. Ever. I'm not that kind of person. I'm really not. Lying to my parents is a different thing. But lying to my fans and my viewers, I would never do that. It would ruin my life if I lied to you. And also, I wouldn't have told you this entire story about my history with Grace if I didn't know anything about this. You can't just make up a history on paranormal activity without knowing what the fuck you're talking about. And spend almost 30 minutes talking about this kind of shit right here. You can't just make up 30 minutes without just jibber-jabbering about crap. There's just no way. So, there are other stuff that I could say about Grace, but that's one of those things it's meant for another video, because I could talk more and more and more. It could be even 3 hours long on me just talking about more and more stuff about Grace. And no, I will never allow her to record with my body, because that's just wrong. That's not right. I don't know. So, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm trying to think. There's one more thing that I don't know about. This is going to be the ending of it, but I'm going to talk to you one thing. One quick thing before I end the video. Because it's already been about 27 minutes. Let's try forcing it to that. So, I've been trying my best to record a challenge again. And it's not any kind of challenge like I did with Mega Maker. But it's a Roblox one. I have the file or the folder in my channel, but for some reason, every time I video it, it's just like clips and stuff like that of me doing the 1,000 obstacle challenge, and it's just wasting my time. It really is. But I'm definitely trying to do it because I was challenged to do it, so I'm not going to give up on it. And also, hold on. I'm going to show you guys off of here. There we go. What's up with you guys in Wizard 101? I'm serious. What's with you guys in that? Because I have Sonic Forces. Hang on. There we go. Sonic Forces. Then I got Wizard 101. And if I keep scrolling down, and I go here. What's with you guys and right there. Next to the comments on the left side, it says 35 views. But yet the other ones don't have anything. Sad thing is, look at the name of it. I'm back in the game. It's just me getting back in the game. It's an hour long. Why would you want to watch an hour long video? And also, do you guys like Sonic Lost World more than Forces or something? Because that's another thing. I have Sonic Forces that only gets like 7 views, and the other game of Sonic gets like almost 20 views. Yeah, 14 and 15 views on it goes 14 and then 15. Also, there's another one I wanted to say, which was Sonic and All-Star Racing. I have almost 30 views on the second video of it. I don't know. I don't want to make this too long now. If I keep talking about this, I'll keep consistently talking. It was only a few seconds. I just wanted to ask. Last thing, which is a thing that might happen today for later on in the night, because right now it's 1:40. This should be going up at about 3 o'clock New York time. So if you're in the middle of the United States, you would get it early than I would. I don't know. Either way, if you want me to jibber jabber, if you want me to explain more stuff on Grace, my little girl, my little child, she literally is. She's one of my favorite people in the world. Sadly enough, she's better than my own parents. She really is. But either way, and no, sadly my girlfriend is not the mother of Grace. It's actually Cora. But it's okay. My girlfriend's not mad at me for that. She's mad at me for something else. There we go. So, thank you guys so much for watching this. I'll make you a deal, and I bet you can't make this. You can't keep this deal up. If you can get this video to 100 likes, I may take the initiative of letting her do one video with controlling me, and prove to you guys that she's real. I highly doubt she'll even do it because she is camera shy. So I don't know. But either way, 100 likes. Let's do it. I don't even have that many freaking subscribers that are that active, but it's okay. It'll take a little while, but I'll take the initiative of at least thinking about it while I'm waiting. And I highly doubt I'm going to get that far. But either way, thank you guys so much for liking this. And if you are Pushna, meaning lach. Let me rephrase that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, punch that like button in the face. And I'll see you guys in the next video.